Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. Another Mortal Kombat 1 video coming at ya. In today's video, we are going to talk about all of the invasions details that we have so far. And it is a lot. So all of this information comes by way of the leaked Datamined files, and those files have been discovered by both TheThiny and Interloco. These two guys are two of the best sources for upcoming Mortal Kombat 1 news, so make sure to give them a follow to stay up to date. And of course, before going any further into the video, you have to know huge spoilers ahead, so here is your spoiler warning. Let's talk about Invasion's seasons. The very first season of Invasions was titled The Spectre, and it involved none other than Scorpion as the main boss. We now know that there will be at least 4 more seasons to come. This info, of course, comes again from the in-game files. We have the Season of Blood, which highlights Nitara, the Season of Thunder, which highlights Raiden, the Season of the Hybrid, which highlights Mileena, and the Season of the Cryomancer, which of course highlights Sub-Zero. For starters, here is the entire cinematic for Season 2 of Invasions, titled Blood Moon.
The Nitara who now vexes us is from one of the few timelines where Veternians rule. When they discovered other timelines, and the failure of Veternians within them to flourish, this Nitara's Veternians mobilized for war. They plan to liberate every timeline's vampires and set them on a path to conquest. If they are not vanquished, they will enslave all beings to Veternis. The Veternians from this other timeline make ours look almost incompetent. They fight harder, smarter, and with unbelievable skill. This new Nitara and her ilk will surely test your might. Though they claim to be superior beings, Nitara and her timeline's Veternians proved anything but. They foolishly underestimated the tenacity and skill of this timeline's warriors. And while we have lost many, they are sadly not this war's greatest victims. Those are the ones who were enslaved by a pestiferous Veternian bite, and who, unless aided, will be condemned to languish in an excruciating, eternal twilight. To help them, I travel to a timeline where Veternians work for good, not ill. They graciously share their unique expertise, undoing the dark magic that had befallen my champions. Now, their souls and their lives have been restored. Their safe return is indeed a blessing.
And Season 3 will be the Season of the Cryomancer, leaving the Season of the Hybrid and the Season of the Thunder left with no approximate release window. But that's not all. We also have the Datamined files for each season of Invasions that highlight the narration done by Liu Kang and the bosses that we will be facing in each of the seasons. And this information was data mined by Interloco, and the entirety of the files can be found on the MK Leaks subreddit page. Here is the data mined information. Invasion's Season of the Blood Moon. Boss number 1 will be Sindel. Sindel serves her new Veternian masters as ruthlessly as she once ruled Outworld. Do not drop your guard for one moment. Given the chance, she will kill you. Boss number 2, Mileena. I had not thought it possible, but the Veternian magic which corrupts Mileena has somehow made her even more vicious. But spare not if you must kill her, for she would think nothing of eating you alive. Boss number 3, Raiden. It infuriates me when evil magic corrupts good souls. I sense that even now that Raiden tries to free himself from Nitara's spell. Fight him, but do not finish him. I will not have him lost to us forever. And the final boss, of course, Nitara. The Veternians from this other timeline make ours look almost incompetent. They fight harder, smarter, and with unbelievable skill. This new Nitara and her ilk will surely test your might. Invasion's Season of Thunder, Thunder Take You. Boss number 1 will be Kung Lao. Even bolder and brasher than his counterparts, the Kung Lao of this timeline wants nothing more than to be savior of all of them. He is supremely confident that nothing and no one can stop him. Boss number 2, Liu Kang. Sworn to Raiden's dark service, this Liu Kang dutifully heeds his master's call to war. He will fight to the bitter end to secure the realms, no matter how many lives must be taken. Boss number 3, Reptile. The last Zateran of his timeline, Syzoth fights so that no one else might suffer the loss of their people. Raiden promised to end such genocides. Syzoth eagerly took him at his word. Boss number 4, of course, being Raiden. Without hesitation or remorse, Raiden has slain all who dare stand in his way. Only one combatant remains to stop him. Invasion's Season of the Hybrids. Boss number 1, Baraka. It took little for Baraka to join Mileena's campaign of conquest. Having always been enamored of her, Baraka sees this as the perfect chance to prove his worthiness. Boss number 2, Ermac. Utilizing the most advanced of Shang Tsung's magic, Mileena has created the perfect Ermac. There has never been a greater or more powerful collection of souls. He is many, you are one. You must destroy him. Boss number 3, Havoc. Mileena's heightened intelligence realized that people in chaos are easily conquered, so she called upon her timeline's Havoc to reduce our realm to anarchy. May the Elder Gods help us if he succeeds. And the final boss, of course, Mileena. Great genius and want in cruelty are two attributes one hopes not to find in the same being. Unfortunately, Mileena has both. If she is not destroyed, she will turn this timeline into her personal hunting ground, and the suffering of its inhabitants will be exquisite. Invasion's Season of the Cryomancer. Boss number 1, Baraka. Sub-Zero powers his war machine with his timeline's Terkatans, led by their Baraka. This Baraka and his ilk have only ever known combat. You will never face a more lethal foe. Boss number 2, Smoke. Ever loyal to his Grand Master, this Smoke has committed his life to Sub-Zero and to the Kaitin's extermination. He will stop at nothing to win, neither should you. Boss number 3, Shang Tsung. The notion of a Shang Tsung who is also Lin Kuei is disturbing. Do not allow him to unleash his magic on this timeline, or millions of innocents will perish. And the final boss, of course, Sub-Zero. Despite your victories against his minions, Sub-Zero's icy resolve has not been melted. Perhaps defeating him will shatter it. And that is it. Those are all the bosses and cinematic narrations for the upcoming Mortal Kombat 1 Invasions seasons. Once again, a long read, but thank you guys for sticking around and listening to me go through the entire thing once more. As always, leave your comments down below, letting me know your thoughts and opinions. What do you guys think about these Invasion seasons, and which one do you think will be your favorite one? If you guys enjoyed the video or found it informative, consider leaving a like. It really helps the channel out. For more content on Mortal Kombat and other video game news, leaks, and updates, subscribe to the channel as well. Till next time, I'll catch you guys in the next video.